Well, it's pretty late. Just been down to giving the lambs their last feed, and there's a ewe making a start for lambing. So check the lamb, it's in the correct position. So I'm just going to take down some warm water with a bit of veterinary hippie scrub in case she needs my help. Just in case it gets messy. How you doing, girl? So we've already got her penned up. Like I say, I've already had a quick look, investigated, and the lamb is, got both his front feet forward under his chin. She's quite tight, so I'll be prepared with that. And just in case, I'll also be prepared with that, which can go in there for a minute. Right. Okay, not sure how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to sort her out and hold the camera. Potluck. Yeah, so we've got the lamb halfway. I'm just going to pull him down. That can come off. Good sized lamb. And downhill. Cracking little lamb. Right. Well, the little cough is reassuring. So that's one lamb drawn. Okay. And while you're busy, sweetheart, we'll just have a little look. Anybody else in there? I think that's it. Just the one for you. Big lamb. Right. And it is a little ewe lamb. I think she was going to struggle with that. Big single like that. And the way the lamb was presented, which was literally like this. So his elbows, his mouth and feet were out, but his elbows were stopping him coming forward. So once I pulled that one elbow forward, and then the second one, he basically got into the more presentable position. So yeah, little toenails want doing. Right. Live lamb, all good. Seeing the camera switched off halfway through, you nearly missed it. That's another one you missed, Abby. Right, okay. Sort her out. These feed buckets quite handy for this. Just put everything in, don't fall on the floor. Go back up there. That got there from it. Tip that outside. That'll be ready for her when she stands up. Right, so I'll introduce you, sorry, to the newest member of the flock. Cracking little single ewe lamb. So, right, a couple of little jobs to do. One is get a bit of string out of her. So while she's busy, I also need to check her teats to make sure she's got milk. Yep, that's opened. And that one. Yeah. So quite often the teats have like a little wax cork in them. Hormones should loosen that wax cork, so when the lamb sucks first time it comes away anyway, but it's just peace of mind. If I just pull them out, I know they're done. Aren't you gorgeous? Eh? Ain't you gorgeous? Your eyes look alright. We'll check eyes again in the morning. Right, so next thing is right, navel and spectant. Well, that should be her protected against any infection. She's already trying to stand up, so good strong lamb. Glad I spotted that, because if I'd missed that, I wasn't expecting anything to lamb tonight. So if I'd missed that, that could have been a dead lamb and possibly dead ewe by the morning if she'd gone all night. So, right. Now I've got to keep an eye on the rest of them. You gonna get up, sweetheart? I know that was a bit of a struggle pulling her out there. I'll stay with her for 10 minutes, don't worry. Once she's up and the lamb's happy, maybe I'll go to bed. Maybe. She's talking to it. So only a single lamb, which isn't brilliant as far as lambing percentages are concerned. We would like two, but I'd rather have one big healthy one than two little weakly ones. So good lamb. And that's the last bit we wanted to see. So 15 minutes since the lamb was born. She's now up and sucking, and she's actually missed the teat now. She got back a bit, you had it just now. So mum's letting it suck, everything is hunky-dory. I can go to bed. Happy days. A little bit of drama last night. Came down to check the ewes and the lambs, give the lambs their last bottle, and found her in here. And just something, after you've been playing with sheep for a while, you get a bit of intuition. Right, hang on a second, let's back a bit. No, you have to give me back. No, give me a chance to get on. Oh, blimey, took me knuckle off. There was something that wasn't quite right about her. And you know, I got her to stand up, and I thought, oh god, no, prolapse. Her back end was extremely bulged, and didn't look right at all. And I thought she'd prolapse, which is basically when she turns her vulva inside out and starts to push her uterus out, usually due to a big lamb. Anyway, so thought I'd have a closer look. So caught hold of her, just had a little inspection and found a foot, her foot, and a nose. So I thought, no, she's lambing. But like with all our ewes, fairly small ewe and quite a big lamb. So I went away and left her for half an hour because I thought maybe she hasn't dilated enough yet, and the lamb's just pushed forward, come back down with all the gear, and in the end I had to draw the lamb. I did bring the camera down. I did reset that reminds me I haven't reset it for normal. Hopefully I reset the camera so it'll record better in low light, because these things are notoriously bad for low light. And I managed to get a lamb out. Camera switched itself off just as I was drawing the lamb, which meant I had to stop for a second, turn the camera back on again. So fingers crossed I caught it for you. I had to use, a bit of string and a little lamb puller as well to get her out. Anyway, so good healthy lamb, sucking, up and about. I need to get in there now and find the cleansings, because she would have dropped them last night. Get rid of those and feed everything. But the 3 amigos at least have had theirs. So, are you not that angry this morning, number one? Because you are a bunch of guts, aren't you? You are, especially. That's it, that one. I think number one's been having a bit off mummy. No, don't chew my fingers. Don't chew my fingers. Not really that bothered this morning, are you, number one? But number one is, you know, if you compare him to the other lambs that are on mum, it's kind of a slightly smaller but a normal size, whereas these two are just pigs. I do want her to get her fair share. Stop nibbling my fingers. That's lazy, number one. Someone's going to steal it off you. Well, there's a cure for that, isn't there? Bring it this side. Come here. There you go. That's the one. Right. Got it everywhere. This is a clean jumper. Not wearing my overalls again. Right, let's feed this sheep. Life of Royal lambs I got. Look at it. Oh, cosy. Yeah, I was getting turned off in a minute. Can't have it on all day. Sport already, you lot. Right. She's got her breakfast. They've had their breakfast. They're having their breakfast. Everybody's happy. So, cracking little lamb. We'll put a ring on her tail later on. Check her eyes, which I think are, or I checked her eyes last night, they seemed pretty good. And then probably just spend the day in the pen with Mum. There's no other lambs in here. She can come back out, I expect. Right, poultry. They're happy. New cockerel seems to have settled in all right. He's been let out this morning for the first time. So that's the boyfriend for our leghorn. All I've got to do now is find a girlfriend for our little bantam cockerel. So, thing is, at the moment, buying chickens is not really top of the list of things got to be done, as long as you got company and they're not scrapping. No point leaving her for the crow. I left her shut in for a couple of days with him, so she's been repaying. I'll leave. No, I won't leave one in there because crows will have it. There you go. They look like duck eggs with that green hue on them, but that is actually the eggs from that leghorn chicken. So, green chicken eggs. One, four. One, four. Always mark your eggs in pencil if you can. 1, 4. 1, 4. I know a couple of these will be older than that, but we know roughly when they were laid. Happy days. Right, so I only want to fill the roller up halfway, which means I want the bung hole halfway up, so I actually want to come forward a little bit, lift that bung hole up a little tad, and I'll fill that one first. Right, that'll probably take 45 minutes, so it's 9:27. I'm going to have a cup of tea, fill this side up, then we'll come back and we'll do the other one. That's it. So got my spatter, 19mm, and I got my 2 bungs. I'm going to need them. Right. And you can go just there for a minute. I don't PTFE my bungs because I don't put antifreeze in the roller. The reason I don't put antifreeze in my roller and leave it in there is we have, with our ground, we have in the same field lots of hard bits and soft bits, whatever else, and if I fill this roller up to the brim and leave it full, there will be places where it's just too heavy. So for the price of a couple of quid a year to fill him up and let the water out, providing I remember to let the water out. Very important to let your water out in the winter, because if it freezes hard, you'll split these. So yeah, every winter I empty him out. So it is still, there's still time for a frost even now, which is another reason I'm only half filling it. It just helps a little bit with the pressure if it's cold. Like if I get, so this will probably manage -3, -4. Anything below that I'd want to let the water out again. But at the worst of it, what I can do is I can actually go and bury this in the wood chip heap, and that'll keep the frost off it. So right, cup of tea. Right, so just checking, one side's done, this side's completed, already put the bung in for that. Just come down to check this side. I can still hear the water running, don't sound like it's running that fast. So I think I got time for another cup of tea. I did a little experiment on One of the recent videos very recent videos I uploaded, in more or less every video I make, in the description below, if you press the little black arrow that's down here in the bottom somewhere, you can get into the description of the video and other bits and bobs. It also gives you the links to my Instagram, the farm page, and some other stuff we won't talk about. But just occasionally in that description I put little Easter eggs just to see if people are watching and look at it. And the thousands and thousands and thousands of views that I get, I don't think anybody looks down there. So just occasionally have a look down there. I mean, it is a sprat to catch a mackerel. I do want you to go down and look at my Instagram and stuff and find it. But just occasionally there's a little Easter egg down there that if people see it and comment on it, you get something extra. But you need to go and have a look down there. Just occasionally, it might be 1 in 10 or something. I put something on there, and it's something I'm going to continue doing. It's like I make other little videos, and the only way you're going to see them is if enough people see that and comment on it. So, oh, you don't get it. Just thought I'd tell you. I don't know if you can see the lambs down there bolting up and down. That's the 2 number 2s. And one of them is on the wrong side of the fence. How did you get out, you little monkey? Okay. Retrieve the lamb again. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. Come on, Lambert. Lambert, come on. How did you get out of there? Hey? You very extremely stupid creature. Come on. Was it under there? Was that where you got it? There? Hey? Was it? There? Come here. Oh, there we go. No, okay. Right. Right. Now don't do it again. Sheep. I haven't said it for a while, but I hate sheep. Right, boys and girls, I know you want to come out. I know you want to come out, but you've just got to stay in there for the time being, alright? Once I've got this limed and fertilised and washed in, you can come out. Alright? But until then, I'm sorry. You've got to stay in there. I know. Hard life. Right, it's 20 past 11 in the morning. Just come in and check my ladies. And the new addition. I think you can probably come out now, but first, a couple of things I need to do. Stand still. Oh, there you go. A nice full tummy, and nice eye that side, nice eye that side, no problem with eyes. Right, darling. So, last but not least, you can actually come out of there. You'll be okay. So I let the ewe out the pen. There's only her in here and her lamb, and these are the 7 ewes. They'll be fine together, and then when I bring the other lot in tonight, she will go in with them. And that lamb, because it's a single, got a belly full of grub, good strong lamb, can actually go out, if it's warm enough, with the others tomorrow. Come on, sweetheart, you've gone the wrong way. You've got yourself in the corner. Go on, out you go. Away. I don't know what it is with lambs in corners. They always manage to find their way in there. So, right, we're going rolling. What are you eating? You dirty monkey. Biscuit, come on. That's it. Her breast can be lovely later on. Okay, so the rollers topped it with water. Both sides are only half full because I think that's going to be heavy enough. So we're just going to go and do a bit of up and down. So exciting, I can hardly contain my excitement. Come on, you. Go on, up you go. On your bed. Good girl. Right, nice and gentle with the roller, especially when he's heavy. This is not a 30 mile an hour down the road job. This is a gently job. I need to make my lines slightly different to the drill, so I'm going to come across a different way slightly, so they stand out. I'll put you on there. Okay, so a little bit of a before and after. What we're trying to do is press some of this seed down into the soil a little bit harder. There's a clover seed there. But I don't want to press it too hard because we slit the ground. We still want to leave air gaps for the roots. So this is one of those things where, you know, timing is crucial. But as you can see, the before rolling and after rolling, that's what we're trying to do. That's almost exactly what I want. Rollers off. Now I'm going to put the jar met harrows on, but because of the height of the pins, I'm dropping the arms down a bit lower, because these are just too high and they won't go on. So we've got the arms to set so they can float, so the harrows can follow the ground level. So I'm going to put you there for a minute. I'll finish setting that up in the field, eh? Don't need that. Hedges. I leave my little sticky outside lights loose on purpose, just in case they get clouted. I'd rather they pushed out the way they got broke off. Right. We're going to go and kick some moss about. Okay, well, we'll start at the end of the field and we'll work our way backwards. It's an interesting piece of metal sticking out there. Obviously the spikers found that. Let's go and have a look at that. Now there's the difference between the spikes. So you've got the aggressive side and the less aggressive side. So I made the decision and turned it over because I didn't need to rip the ground that hard. So what are you? We've had metal detectors out in this field more than a few times and no one's ever found that. going to find somewhere safe for that. In the hedge for now. Right. Remind me to come back for that later. Right then, I think I'll stick you up there for a minute. Ripping moss.